Hello, and welcome to Gentle Yoga with Tanya. I'm Tanya, and I'll be guiding you through your practice today. So a few things to think about. I will be using a folded blanket to sit on to keep my hips in a nice comfortable position. We are going to be doing a bit of work on the floor to start our practice. We will go to a standing position at a certain point, so please make sure if you do need assistance standing up that you have something on hand to help you, a block or a sturdy chair, one that doesn't roll, or maybe a wall even nearby, just to make sure that you're changing your elevation in a safe way for you. So to get started, I am going to sit on my cozy folded blanket, keeping my hips nice and even on there. And we're going to start by just doing some intentional breathing here. And I'd like you to place one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly button, and just breathe in. And then exhale. Breathe in and out. So what are we noticing here? We notice that on the inhale, the belly expands, and on the exhale, it contracts. And notice the shoulders. We want to make sure that when we're inhaling, they're not moving, right? They're staying nice and still. So let's continue in this way. Just inhale and exhale. Eyes can be opened or closed, your choice. And just give your mind and your body a moment to just exist in this place. Breathing in and out. Very nice. So let's bring some warmth into our hands. Just rubbing them together, bringing a little bit of warmth here. And while you're rubbing your hands, allow your thoughts to create an intention. It can be an emotion or a word or just even a goal for this practice. Just something that you want to either inform each movement or give you an anchor point, or how you want to feel or think when we are completed here today. For me, it's going to be patience. Cultivating patience, being patient with my body, being patient with my thoughts, being patient with everything that's going on in and outside of our little world right now. So, and once you've brought some warmth, I want you to go ahead and take your hands to the base of your skull and just very gently squeeze and release. And I'm using the word squeeze, but it's less than that, right? It's just this little, like this, almost a little pulse of your fingers, working your way from the base of your skull down to the tops of your shoulders. And we're just beginning to dissolve tensions here. Just the early moments of releasing, awakening, and soothing. And while we're doing this, please be mindful of your breath. This is one where I sometimes hold my breath. So a reminder for you is really a reminder for me to make sure that you're still breathing while you do this, because it feels so good and it's easy to just forget to do some intentional breathing here. Very nice. I'm going to shake that out, just kind of like you're shaking water off your hands. Put your pinkies together. We're going to do an inhale, raising our arms above our shoulders. If going up this far does not feel okay for you, please just do this. Okay, you're still going to get a great benefit from this motion. If this is where you are today, this is what you should do. So let's breathe in. Shoulders down and separated, teeth unclenched, and as you exhale, brush those fingertips over the shoulder and down to the collarbone and release. And we're going to do that a couple more times. Breathing in. Shoulders down and separated, and breathe out. Nice full exhale. Again, breathing in. Palm, pinkies together, whatever that body part is. Pinkies. Exhale. And release. 2 more times. Breathing in. Teeth unclenched. Exhale, fingertips brushing. Last time, the best you can do. Nice full inhale. Exhale. Very nice. Now taking your right hand, go ahead and just continue that gentle squeezing motion on your shoulders, starting at the base of your neck and just working only as far back as you're comfortable going. If this is where you're comfortable, that's fabulous. If you can go back a little farther and reach back by your shoulder blade back here and back by the space where your the neck, spine, that area of your body. Go ahead and just very gently, it's just words, you guys. Very gently, and just give your shoulders a little squeeze here. And you can see that I'm just sort of cupping and relaxing. We're not an actual squeeze here. Very nice. And I'm still breathing in and out, nice and even. And then we're going to switch hands. So again, only go back as far as you are comfortable. And this side may feel very different than your other side did, depending on what is happening in your body at this moment, right? So if you can reach farther back, that's great, just to do your little squishes here. But if you want to keep it right here in the shoulder area here, that's totally fine too. We're just releasing, again, dissolving tensions, being patient with how our body is or is not responding. We're just going to let that go, right? Let it go. It's a famous phrase. So from here, we've been sitting cross-legged for a little bit, so I do just want to take a little break from that. So go ahead and stretch your legs out again. If your knees are uncomfortable going all the way flush with the floor, go ahead and bend them up just a bit, and that should feel a little more comfortable. And I'm just going to wiggle them. Just some up and downs, some side to sides. And when you're doing side to side, you want to be mindful of your hip area here, and that you're actually turning the legs from this area, and that you're not turning from the knees, right? You want the whole leg. All of these little movements have impact, even if we don't notice it right away. Okay, good. So we're going to come back. I'm going to come back to easy cross-legged pose. Yeah. And we're going to do a little bit of neck work before we move on. So we're going to just breathe in here. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, let your head go a little bit. Inhale. You're going to come all the way through the center and let your chin go towards the ceiling just a little. Let your teeth come apart, your lips come apart. Exhale, back to neutral, then tuck your chin to your chest and drop your head just a little bit. Inhale, all the way through neutral, chin towards the ceiling, shoulders down and separated, lips apart. Exhale to the center, then tuck your chin to your chest and release. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Very nice. Inhale to the center. This time we're going to exhale to your right side. So inhale. Exhale. Just look out over your right shoulder. See if anything's happening over there. Inhale when you're ready, bring it back. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. One more time, each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. I realize I just messed my left and my right up, but I'm mirroring you, so just do as I do, not always as I say. So inhale, center. Sorry, guys. And exhale. So inhale back to center. Very nice. We should start to feel, you may start to notice just a little bit of loosening all in this area. So I want to do one more thing just to kind of round out our neck loosening time. I want you to take your hand, and it doesn't matter which one, and just very gently hold the back of your neck. And I'm going to turn so that you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully. And I'm just holding back here very gently. It's just a light little hold, kind of like a mama dog does to its puppy, right? And we're just going to hold here, breathe in, and then just do little head nods, yes. Saying yes to life. Saying yes to everything that comes along. There's always a gift there for us, even if we may not see it right away, even if we may not want it right away. It's there. So we say yes. Yes. And then we do say no sometimes, and that's no, I won't give up. No, I won't be too hard on myself. Those kind of no's are good no's. And release, give that a little shake, and we're going to do the other side. So use your other hand, go ahead and gently hold again, and little yeses. They could be fun yeses. They could be, yes, I really do love the smell of chocolate chip cookies baking in the oven. Yes. Yes, yes, yes to everything. And then no. No, I won't eat an unreasonable amount of those delicious smelling chocolate chip cookies baking in the oven. Oh, this is quarantine Tanya, you guys. Sorry. And no. There you go, and release. So beautiful. Just shake that out very gently. And let's just give our shoulders a nice little roll, right? And right now I just have my hands on my knees. And we're just rolling our shoulders, just the shoulders. And now let's go ahead and put your hands on your shoulders, your fingertips on your shoulders here. And we're just going to draw little circles with your elbows, just tiny circles. If this feels uncomfortable for you, please go back to doing this, okay? But if you're able to, if it feels all right, let's go ahead and do this. Draw little circles. You want to make sure that your arms aren't creeping forward like this. So you want to just keep those arms nice and straight. And you can gradually let those circles get bigger. Really loosening up there. You might hear a couple little creaks here. Remember, cracks and creaks are okay as long as they aren't accompanied by pain. If they are accompanied by pain, please very quickly but gently stop the motion, okay? Let's do a couple more, and then we are going to stop the motion here and switch directions. Just writing little messages with our elbows. Today is going to be a great day. Today I will give myself a break. Anything you might need to tell yourself with these little elbow messages that we're writing. And you can let it get a little bigger if it's okay for you. If you'd rather keep it small, that's okay. And again, if your arms start to feel unduly tired or you're just not comfortable doing it this way, go ahead and rest your hands back on your knees and just give some smaller rotations. That's okay too. It's all good here in Yoga Land, my friends. And let's pause. Just shake that out. We're going to inhale our shoulders up towards our ears and then exhale with a very loud sigh. Trust me, you'll love it. It's gonna feel so good. So let's breathe in and exhale, release. See, now that feels so good. We definitely need to do that a few more times. Breathing in and release. Lovely. Breathing in and release. Very nice. One more time. Breathing in and release. So we are going to do a little bit of a little stretch here from our mats. I'm moving my feet out just a little bit into a little bit of a cobbler pose. And I am not comfortable pulling my knees all the way in, so I like to have mine out a little bit more. It's, again, your choice. Just have your feet together. Just the important thing here is to make sure that your hips are evenly placed either on your mat or on your blanket underneath you, yeah? And then how far or how close your feet are to your body here is completely your comfort level. Okay, so we're going to breathe in here. And as we exhale, I just want you to hinge a little bit from your hip area. I don't want you to bend. I don't want you to like tense in. We're just going to keep that back nice and straight, the neck neutral, and we're going to inhale and come up. Just sort of preparing our body for this pose, getting an idea of how it's going to feel when we completely get into it. Breathing in. Exhale again, just forward a little bit. Just let your hands slide forward. You want to keep your back straight. It's just a little bit of a lean. And then inhale up. Okay, last time. This time we're going to release it. Inhale. Exhale, come forward. I have my hands on the floor. And it's choice time. So here's what you can do. You can release all the way, if it's okay for you. If that puts too much pressure on the back of your neck or it feels just really uncomfortable for you, you can stay up here in this pose and just sort of lean forward a little bit, keeping your back straight and your neck in a neutral position. Or if you have an extra pillow or if you have a chair handy, you can use that as well. So again, it's your comfort level. Whatever choice you choose is the right one to make today. I am going to release all the way down, letting my hands come forward. And we're just going to breathe here for several breaths. And you may notice that on the exhale that you feel your body sinking a little bit more towards your feet or towards your mat. And you can let your fingers sneak out a little bit farther if you want to increase the motion of this stretch. Breathing here, just a couple more breaths. And on your next inhale, we're going to very, very slowly make your way back towards your body. And I would like for your head to be the very last thing to come up. You're unwinding your spine here. Let your neck be the last thing to come up. Let your shoulders roll down. Very nice. So we are going to do a seated cat-cow, and then we're going to move to traditional cat-cow. And we're doing seated so that if you are uncomfortable doing traditional, you can continue in this way, right? So what I'd like for you to do is exhale, tuck your belly in, let your chin come towards your chest. And then inhale, let that chest come forward, shoulders back and down, a beautiful smile on your face. And then exhale, tuck it in, right? Squeeze that pelvis, squeeze that abdomen, let the chin come to your chest, and then inhale. Coming forward, chest forward, chin out, shoulders down, teeth unclenched, and then exhale. Inhale. exhale. And we're going to inhale to neutral. And then for those of you who would like to, we are going to come into a table pose and then do a traditional cat-cow. And I do have a challenge for you today as well. So keep that in mind as we go. So when you're in table, a couple of position checks. You just want to make sure that your shoulder is over your wrist, your hip is over your knee. That means your knees are about hip width apart, and you want to give yourself a nice wide base here, some beautiful little jazz hands going on your mat. We're going to inhale here in place, and as you exhale, tuck, and inhale, come all the way through the center. Exhale. If you start to feel any kind of discomfort on your hands or your wrists, you can come down or you can let them rest on this too. You may be, if you're kind of in that position, you may want to do the seated cat-cows, but just another alternative for you. So exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, one more, exhale, inhale just to neutral, and we're going to do a little bit of a balance pose. So I want you to inhale and stretch your your right arm out. Breathe here. And on your exhale, I want you to stretch your left leg. If it's okay for you, you can stretch it straight out. If that's a little bit too intense, you can let your tippy toes touch the floor or your mat here. But you want to keep your eye gaze over your fingertips. And we're just going to hold here for a couple of breaths, breathing in. Nice and steady. Patience with yourself, patience with what your body is telling you to do. And then on the exhale, we're going to release hand and knee back to the mat. Very nice. Let's do the other side. So breathing in, raise that left hand. Inhale, and then on your next exhale again, you can release your right leg. You can let it go straight out, or you can let those toes have a space on the floor, whichever feels better for you. Breathing here. This was the challenge I mentioned, my friends. Breathing, looking out over your fingertips. And next exhale, go ahead and release. And let's just come back into a little bit of a child's pose to give ourselves a break here. I'm going to actually put my knees out a little bit wider, a little bit more of a frog pose situation. Coming all the way down. Again, if you would like, you can rest your head on that handy dandy blanket that you have, or you can come all the way down, stretching your arms out in front of you, and just breathing here. And noticing in this pose, if when you inhale, you can actually feel those lower back muscles inflating where that diaphragm lives, right back here. Notice that expansion on the inhale. On your next inhale, let's undo this pose. And again, let's unwind your spine very slowly. Let your head be the last thing to come up. We are going to come to a standing pose. So if you have a wall handy and you'd like to use that to stand up, or you have a chair handy, whichever, if you'd like to do a downward facing dog and come up, that's fine too. I'm just going to come up, plant my hands and plant my feet, and then again I'm just going to slowly roll it up, nice and safe and gentle. Yeah. Good job. So let's just shake that out, loosen everything up. We were sitting for quite a while. So let's come into mountain pose. And traditionally, people like to keep their feet together. If that's uncomfortable for you, or it feels like maybe your balance is not there today, go ahead and separate them. It's totally fine, your comfort level. I put my hands out like this. If you'd rather have them like this, it's fine. Let's close your eyes. Think about your knees. You want to make sure that they're nice and soft and that they're not locked. Think about your feet, how firmly they feel planted on the floor. And we're just going to breathe here in mountain pose and just think about how your body feels right now. You may feel a release in the legs. We were crossed for quite a while there, so you may feel that nice blood flow happening now. Just notice. Breathing here and noticing. And on your next inhale, just kind of release the pose. And I want to just walk a little bit up on the balls of your feet. Just a little bit of like mini bike action here. And then coming up, both feet. These are all things my daughter does when she's waiting in line for something. So this goes along with our arm swings that we're going to do that I call bored daughter. Totally an official yoga term, you guys. So go ahead and just up on your toes. You can do one at a time. Very nice. And while we're doing this, again, if you need support from the wall, we are going to do some turns, some rotations here, just a little bit, just to kind of release. Switching. Very nice. I'm going to put my feet a little bit wider than hip width apart and just swing. My eye gaze is towards the floor, and I'm going to try to see my back heel here. But if that doesn't feel right for you today, if that feels like just a little wonky in your world, go ahead and just keep your eye gaze forward and do it like this too. That's okay. Just releasing here. Very nice. And let's gently stop that motion. Okay. And we are going to do some standing twists. Right. Woohoo! So we'll start with our feet about hip width apart. Make sure your knees are nice and soft, right? We don't want them to be locked. We're going to breathe in, arms at shoulder height. And when we exhale, you're going to rotate to your left side. See me thinking about my right and my left? And you want to make sure that your hips are forward and you're just kind of rotating your eye gaze back over your left hand that's behind you, right? You notice I had a little adjustment there because I hit the wall, but you'll do it right at home. And then on the inhale, come back to center. And on the exhale, go to the right. And again, you want to try to keep your hips forward, and you want to just let your eye gaze go behind you. It's not a large twist here, just a little bit. Back to center. And I'm actually going to put my hands on my hips because I keep hitting my wall. So if you don't have a wall in your way, you can go ahead and keep your arms out. So on the exhale here, just going to twist. So letting my eye gaze go over my shoulder. Breathing in. Exhale. Nice. Inhale. So I have another challenge for you if you want. If you would rather do what we were doing, that's totally fine too. We're just going to do a couple more breaths in this challenge pose. I am going to take my left foot and cross it over my right. I'm going to inhale here. And I'm going to exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. exhale. Inhale back to center and switch feet if you want. But it's okay for you. If you don't want to switch feet, you don't have to do this. You can just continue in the way we were with your feet about hip width apart or a little closer, whatever's comfortable. Breathing in and exhale. And again, trying to keep your hips forward and just looking over your left shoulder here. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. And release. Very nice. So, my friends, we are going to do a high lunge today. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. Okay. So, what I would like you to do is face. I'm going to be facing this way so you can see. And we're going to be stepping our right foot forward first. So, we're going to breathe in here. Step your right foot forward. And your left foot, I have my knee bent and I have my heel off the ground. If that's okay for you, that feels all right, then that's how you should do it. If you're more comfortable planting your foot and having it more of an angle, that's okay too. But this is our high lunge position, bending here. We're going to inhale, shoulders down and separated. You want to make sure that everything here is tucked and squeezed a little bit. Bending forward, and you want to just take a check at your knee. You want to make sure that your knee is over your ankle and that it's not swaying too far one way or the other, right? And that you can still see your nice little top two toes there, your big toe and the toe right next to it. So breathing here. Very nice. We're going to hold this for 3 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale. Release. You can step your feet together. Okay. And we're going to do our other leg forward, right? So we're going to inhale here in place. Exhale, step that left foot forward and right foot can go back a little bit. Again, your comfort level. You can bend that knee. Find what feels good. My heel is off the floor. Holding onto a wall right now. And then you can bend that front leg forward. Make sure you can still see a little bit of your second toe and your big toe. You want to make sure you're not too far one way or the other, right? No rock and roll legs on me. We're going to breathe in here and exhale. And we just had our arms up for the entire last side, so if it does feel like that your arms are getting a bit tired, go ahead and put them on your hips. That's fine. Breathing here. If you start to feel yourself leaning back a little bit like I just did, you want to just adjust a little bit. Couple more breaths here. And release. Very nice. Give it a little shimmy shake. A little shazam here. We are going to go back down to the mat and do some more targeted breathing exercises. So let's take a deep breath in. Chin towards the ceiling, and when you exhale, go ahead and bend your knees, tuck your chin to your chest, and come down in a squat. Or use a wall or a chair or a block, whatever feels right for you today. Sorry. Okay. So from here, I'm going to tuck my hands beneath my knees and just very gently lower 1 vertebrae at a time. Right? That's so nice. Before we go into our targeted breathing, let's do a little bridge pose here since we're already here. I mean, we're down here. Let's go for it. So my knees are a little bit apart. Nope, that's not true. My knees are... yeah, they are a little bit apart. My feet are apart, and I have my feet as close to my ankles as close to my backside as is comfortable. And I want your hands, they can be, mine are palms down on my mat, and we're going to just breathe in and pelvic tilt. Right? And then exhale, release. Breathe in, pelvic tilt. Exhale, release. This time when you breathe in, I want you to raise up and the pelvic tilt. So pelvic tilt and raise up just a little bit. And then release it down. Okay? Shoulders are tucked down as far as is comfortable, right? So we're going to breathe in and pelvic tilt. Lift a little bit. And release. And you can move your feet wider apart if you want. It's totally fine. So breathing in. And this time we're going to hold it on the exhale, so no release. If you want, you can tuck in a little bit more. If that's too much and not comfortable, then go ahead and just leave your hands out here. We're going to breathe here. Exhale in place. One more time, squeezing and raising. And then this time on the exhale, slowly release. There you go. Bring your knees into your chest. Have your fingertips towards your toes, and we're just going to do a little sacral massage here. Just roll it out. And you can switch directions. Very nice. Let's stop that motion. We're going to inhale in place here. And then when you exhale, bring your knees into your chest. And then inhale, push away. Exhale, bring them in. Inhale, push away. Exhale, bring them in. Inhale, push away. This time when you exhale, raise your chin up a little bit, as if your nose is going to meet your knees. And then when you inhale, head back to your mat and push away. Let's do that 2 more times. So exhale, raise your chin as if, or raise your head as if you're going to let your nose touch your knees, and then release everything on an inhale. I know it seems like it's opposite, but breathing in, breathing out, I mean, speaking of opposites, and then release. So this time just breathe out, regular, and then when you inhale, you're going to let those feet go towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring them in. Inhale, feet towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring them in. This time we're going to hold with our feet towards the ceiling. So inhale, and then release your hands to your mat. We're going to breathe here for a couple of breaths. If this is too intense, you can go ahead and just bend your knees a little bit, but if you can keep them up, let's do that. Breathing here. Noticing the rise and the fall of your belly. Noticing your teeth and your jaw. Are they unclenched or clenched? One more breath. And release. Feet down to the mat. Very nice. So from here, let's go ahead and do a little bit more breathing, and then we'll go into everyone's favorite, Shavasana. Okay, so let's put your knees together, feet apart. My arms are in goal post. And we're going to just breathe in here. And exhale. Pelvic tilt, knees together. And then inhale, feet together, knees apart. So exhale, knees together, pelvic tilt. Inhale, feet together, knees apart. Exhale, Knees together, feet apart, pelvic tilt. Squeezing all that excess air. And then inhale. Feet together, knees apart. And again, my arms are in goal pose. Keep going as I talk, of course. If it's more comfortable for you, you can let them rest on your belly. That's totally fine. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. We're going to hold here in our inhale for a couple of breaths. You can release the arms. Go ahead and just release here. I'm going to put my arms out at the side like in a T position. My right knee is bent and I'm just going to let it drift over here. I'm trying to keep my shoulders on the mat. And my head is turned away from my knee, but if that's too much and it doesn't feel right, go ahead and just keep your head neutral. Breathing here, just a nice little twist. And again, the important thing here is not that your knee goes all the way down to the mat, because that might put your body in a position that's not comfortable or safe for you. So it's just really this nice little twist action here. Keeping your shoulders down and breathing. Okay, and let's release that. And then bend your left knee. And then let that drop over to your right side, keeping your shoulders as flush with the mat as possible. I'm looking over my left arm, but if that's, again, not comfortable, go ahead and keep your gaze straight to the ceiling. And keep in mind, that each side may feel different. This may feel very different than your other side, and that's okay. Breathing here, nice and steady. And just slowly releasing, just letting your body come to the mat. We are going to get ready for Shavasana, our final resting pose here. So if you need a blanket to cover with, please grab one. Or if in class you sometimes use a bolster under your knees, please get something to make yourself comfortable. You can put this under here. You can sit in a chair if that's better for you in the space that you have today. Just the main focus is that your body is comfortable and that you're in a position that is free from pain, right? So if your knees do feel uncomfortable, please do find something to put under them. Or when you're lying down, you can just lie down with your knees up like this. That's okay too. I'm going to put everything down here. I have my right hand on my navel. My left hand is just comfortable at my side, palms up. And we're going to do some targeted breathing, meaning we're going to do some even breaths here. We're going to breathe in for 4 and hold, and then release for 4. We're doing our best to equalize our thoughts and our breath and making them all steady, right? So let's breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, and release, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, and release, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Notice the consistency of the movement. You can increase to 6. I'm going to count to 6. But if you would rather just hold at 4, that's great too. Do what's right for you. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold and release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold and release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time, last time. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let your body just be comfortable in the space that you have. Let it just sink into your mat, settle into the chair, wherever you may be. Just give your entire being permission to settle. And bring your attention to your feet, to your toes. And mentally allow your toes to relax. And then gently work your way through each part of your body, each part of your being. Our ankles, we note them and we let them relax. Our calves, we let them release any tensions. Our knees, release, relax. The thighs, the hips. Notice how each part of your body feels when you acknowledge that it's okay for it to release. It's okay to have this moment of peace, of calm. Your chest, shoulders, your head, neck, our jaw. Let your lips separate a little. Your eyes are soft. Your head is resting easily on your mat or in your chair. And everything is just allowed to be easy. Allow each part of you, inside and out, to release, to let go, to settle. There is nothing left for you to do in this moment but breathe. At your own pace, in your own way. You choose the steadiness of your breath, and you choose to let your body be calm in this moment, to be safe in this moment, to find peace in this moment. We notice that beautiful space between our brow that furrows with our questions and furrows with our need to understand and think and know. And we give this beautiful space peace in this moment. We let it be smooth. mentally imagine that it is gently being smoothed by your breath, by your patience, and by your willingness to just allow this moment take note of your breathing and allow your thoughts to focus on your breath. What comes in, clean, fresh, and what goes out, all that we do not need in this moment. We're breathing in and releasing. And as you have thoughts that arrive, and you will, allow them without judgment, without label. Whatever the thoughts are, notice and let them drift by as if they are clouds in your sky. And then bring your thoughts back to the steadiness of your breath in and out, in and out. Imagine that each sweet breath in is touching each part of your being and giving it permission to release. Our thoughts are clear. All tensions are gone. Breathing in and out. May today there be peace within. May you trust you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities born of your faith. May today there be peace within. May you trust you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities born of your faith. May today there be peace within. Notice how your body feels on your mat. And just begin to let movement creep back in, wiggling your toes, rolling your ankles, opening and closing your hands. stretching in whatever way feels right for you in this moment. Yawning, releasing, and then when you're ready, bring your knees into your chest, and we're going to rock from side to side, going all the way to the right and all the way to the left. And when you reach the side that feels strongest for you today, go ahead and roll all the way over and just hold there for a moment. Just giving your body one last opportunity to absorb the benefits of our practice today. And then when you're ready, push up. Meet me in easy cross-legged pose. And let's take a second here and evaluate how you're feeling compared to when we started class. Think of the intent that you set. How does that feel now? I am so thankful you joined me here today. And I'm going to send you on your way with a namaste. Please close with any word that brings you comfort or peace and extends the same to others. Namaste.